Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Unorthodox Vegan. My name is Sean Gold, and this week we're going to be making a sweet potato peanut butter stew. This is another one of those recipes from the SRAG, the Environment Sustainability Rotary Action Group, 15-day plant-rich diet challenge. So I thought I'd try this one out and see how it's done, how it goes. I've never tried this recipe before, so that's what we're going to be making. Let me show you what we got today to add in there. We've got 4 cups of a vegetable broth. We have 1 large sweet potato. Now this is a white sweet potato, so it looks a little different, but it is a sweet potato. We got a couple of cups of said kale or spinach. I have lots of spinach because I have lots of spinach all the time. We have some peanut butter, of course, otherwise we wouldn't have it. We have some lemon juice. We have some cumin, some turmeric. We have garlic. We have ginger. We have a can of diced tomatoes, and a can of chickpeas. That should be all we need. And what I'm going to be doing first of all is I'm going to be adding the onions and a little bit of water and the garlic, and I'm just going to add it to a saucepan here, and I'm going to just start to heat that up. Going to get it a little bit lightened up a little bit. So I'll be doing that, and then I'll be adding in the turmeric and the cumin after I get this thing fried up a bit. So back in a minute. All right, so I added in the turmeric and the cumin. I had let this saute a little bit till I got the onions got soft, so that's about right. And I've got this added in the turmeric and the cumin, and it was 1 teaspoon of each of those, although I didn't put in quite as much cumin because I don't really care for the flavor of it. So that's what I've got in there right now, and it's nice and it's got aromatic. Now I'm going to add in the vegetable broth, which is 4 cups of vegetable broth. And get that in there. Let's get all that broth in there. Good flavorful stuff. This is supposed to be a low sodium broth that you're using. Not sure why, but anyway, wanted it. That's what they asked for. And then I'll be adding in the sweet potatoes, tomatoes, and adding in the tomatoes and the sweet potatoes. And put those in right now, and let this thing cook. It's going to cook for a while, so we're going to let that all simmer and cook and soften up a little bit. And that's going to be a bit of a while. And then later I'll be adding in the chickpeas and the peanut butter and the lime juice and the spinach and just all the stuff that'll give it added flavor. But I just want to let that cook for a while. So we'll be back. As you can see, the sweet potato mix is boiling. The stew is already boiling. And I'm just going to turn that temperature down now. It was at a high. I'm going to turn it down to a fairly low, not quite low, but fairly close to low, and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. After it's been simmering for 15 minutes, I'll check to make sure that the sweet potatoes themselves are tender. And if they are, then what I'll be doing is adding in a can of chickpeas. Now, by the way, that was supposed to be 1 large sweet potato. I used 1 medium-sized one and a small one together to give me a large one. I thought that was about enough. And so anyway, I'll be putting in a can of chickpeas after they check those and make sure that they're tender. Let that cook for another 5 minutes. Then I'll be stirring in some peanut butter, and that's about a 1/4 cup of peanut butter. And then adding in the spinach. And at the very end, after that's been cooked for after another couple of minutes until the spinach is wilted a bit, then I'll be adding in a tablespoon of the lime juice, and that'll be giving it just a little extra zesty flavor. And then it'll be ready to serve. Right? So I'll let you know when I'm adding in the chickpeas. Again, that will be after the sweet potatoes are tender. Okay? Back in a bit. All right, as you can see, it's still boiling, and I checked the sweet potatoes, and they're nice and tender. Fork just goes right into them. So I'll be putting in the chickpeas, and that's a can of chickpeas that have been drained. And I'm just going to mix that around. And I'm putting in 1/4 cup of peanut butter, and this is a natural peanut butter, no additives, just natural. I get that at my bulk store. Lots of fun getting that. I'm putting that in. That's going to go in for 3 minutes. And after that, I'll be putting in the spinach. And I'm not going to show you that because that's pretty boring. Just going to be dumping in the spinach after about 3 minutes. And then I'll let that cook around until it wilts a bit. The spinach wilts. And then I will add in a tablespoon of lime juice. And I'll be back after that to do a taste test. Back in a bit. Welcome back. I've taken out a bowl of the stew, the sweet potato peanut butter stew. Yeah, if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. I've taken out a bowl of that, a little bowl. I did do a taste test a little bit earlier, and I thought it wasn't because I was worried about those sweet potatoes not being the orange ones, not being sweet enough. They didn't have quite the sweetness that I would have, the white ones didn't have the sweetness I would have liked. So I put in a tablespoon of maple syrup. That's it. Put a tablespoon into this big pot. That's all I put in. And it tasted pretty good. So I'm just going to show you this, do a little taste test. So here, taking a spoonful of the sweet potato with the tomatoes and the spinach and chickpea. Somewhere in there, some chickpeas. And that tablespoon of maple syrup was more than enough just to give it a really lovely overall flavor. I mean, there's lots of good stuff in there. The flavors are in there already with the tomatoes, the chickpeas, the sweet potato itself, the spinach, everything in there good. The turmeric, the even a little bit of cumin in there. So it's all just wonderful. It's really nice, very flavorful. But it did just need a little extra sweetness because those weren't the orange sweet potatoes that are typically a lot sweeter. So there you have it. That's it for this week's edition of the Unorthodox Vegan. Again, my name is Sean Gold. You can reach me at my email address. Let's put it up here at vrcompanions@gmail.com. And please follow me on my YouTube channel. That's www.youtube.com/@the_unorthodox_vegan. And also, if you'd like to get more information on this specific recipe, you can go check out the SRAG website. That's esrag.org, Environment Sustainability Rotary Action Group. They're a great organization, and this is on day 5, I think, of their plant-based challenge was this specific recipe, the sweet potato peanut butter stew. Until next time, have yourself a great day.